Now we're going to talk about a Xerox machine. I have a little better picture, but I want to show you what that look like, and then I'll sketch a diagram. So let me zoom in. And this is actually in the same document that I used. I'm going to sketch a diagram, and I'm going to have a new share. So just give me a second. I'm going to show you the new share. So here is the structure of the Xerox machine. Xerox machine is always have a drum, which is a rotating like this. It depends on clockwise, counterclockwise on that. That's a Xerox machine. And you also have a toner spreader, just hopper on the top. And you have a lens. And of course, you need a piece of paper. Now, this diagram does not show you a lot. So here, what I want to show you is quite a significant portion of this. So I'm going to use my whiteboard. I want to show you how that works. Now that very beautiful picture allows me to show you a figure very easily. So this is the drum itself. And so then on the top, I have a lens. This is the lens on the top. And then this lens is very important just for, of course, your materials go through it. And you can focus on the drum. So I'm going to type a few things. So this is the drum. The drum essentially is spinning like that. Now, the figure does not show you a lot. This drum is made normally, could be aluminum. Oh, sorry, drum, aluminum. And or any kind of a metal substrate. And so this is the substrate, the drum itself. The substrate is just the base materials, what you have, which is around it. This all everywhere aluminum. Aluminum is a metal. And this is not the most important secret. The most important secret is the following. So I'm going to sketch another circle. I'm going to use red color to show you. It's not drawing. Let me move this one slightly. So on the top of this surface, it should be really on the top, but just for easy my explanation. And these two layers should supposed to be on the top of each other. So this red ring, what I just showed you here, and this is a very special material. And this material called selenium. Or you simply write an SE. Selenium is one of a very strange material, which is called a photoconductor. Photoconductor, as names says, photoconductor with light, this material is a conductor. If with the light and the material is conductor. Without light is an insulator. And this kind of special property is kind of very strange in the sense if you have a light shone onto this particular material, it becomes a conductor, otherwise an insulator. Now we're going to show you a book. Suppose I have a book. I'm going to sketch a book like this. I hope I can sketch very well. Okay, now it's kind of easily. All right. My mouse is crazy. Suppose this is my book, B-O-O-K. That's book that I have. Now, of course, you have some letters on this particular book. Through the lens, of course, it will project image. By the way, these optics, which we discussed in the last chapter of this particular class also, it will form image. Suppose you have a word called a B-O-O-K. So on the drum itself is in fact on the top of the selenium layer here, you have some part is completely dark, like these parts completely dark. Some part could be completely white, which means there's light there. So in other words, you will see this dark region there's no light. So therefore the dark region is going to be part of the insulator. Why? If there's a light, then it will be a conductor. So you can imagine on the selenium layer, some places it's conductor, some places it's insulator. So then this is the crucial property, encode all the information that you needed. If, for instance, if this book, you can see this part, this part, this part, everywhere here, all these are has a dark shadow on there. So then this part will be insulated, okay? Remember, insulators, if you put a charge there, the insulators, the charge will stay there forever because insulating. So that's what you have. Now, the next piece of the idea is a toner. As you could imagine, I think all of you should have experience with the Xerox machine. You copy something, you must need a toner. So now, before we do that, we need to make sure that the toner somehow stick on those black region. In order to do this, one thing that we do is that when we have the shadow on the selenium layer, and then we put selenium before, of course, everywhere it's illuminated. You remember this, the drum, it's aluminum, it's a conductor. So I need to charge the selenium. For my purpose here, I just say selenium carries a positive charge. So now you can see for those has a light is conductor, these positive charge can easily goes away. So they only stuck with those part without light. In other words, with those part without light, this part, these all carries positive charge, positive charge, positive, positive, everywhere. Everywhere on this word book is going to be positive charge everywhere. All right, but for those are illuminated, like for instance, O circle inside this, O circle inside of this, there's a light, there's no charge here, but the charge is around this particular O. Same thing with the K. It's only around this K, so you have the charge. Now we let toner carries the negative charge. Now you see the trick. All you need to do is just spray the toner across the entire surface. So then the toner carries a negative charge, while those parts without the light carries a positive charge. Negative, positive, they're going to stuck together. In other words, toner only stuck on this book, on this book, on this book, on this book letters. So that's the entire goal. You spray the toner on the top, and eventually this toner only stick on the shadow, which is called a book. So now the last, or the second to last step, all you need to do, when after spread toner, you dry the toner. Toner essentially melt onto the paper. If you feeding the paper, I'm going to write them down. Feeding the paper and dry the toner. I should dry the paper, but mean the same thing. That's why you see when you have to copy it, the paper becomes so hard, is because you need dry it. So therefore, these toner was infused into the paper. So then you have a copy of that. So this is how the copier works. And you also notice sometimes we need magnify the pages, or sometimes to shrink the pages. That all you need to just move this particular lens, sometimes above, sometimes below, so you can make zoom in and zoom out. So that's how the Xerox machine works. And I hope you like this part. I think I get excited about this. All right, I'm going to talk to you later. So I'm going to stop recording.